Alright, I forgot to take the temperature. You see that glowing in there like a coal now. This thing is quite hot. So I took the temperature real quick, and it came out to like 700 and something. Alright, so this is kind of difficult. It's 740, 738, 650. Alright. Yeah, so it gets hot. Have you some leather gloves. You guys, get you a couple of these things. They're definitely worth your while. Alright? Stock up on Coleman fuel, you know. White gas, naphtha, that's what it is. It's all the same thing. Alright guys, if you have questions, comments, go ahead and send me an email, and I will try to address those for you. Matter of fact, I still need to address an email from the other day. So we'll just go ahead and come back over here. Alright, so we'll talk about that. So I always tell you guys and gals to send me an email if you got questions, comments, whatever, right? And links. So we talked about links the other day. So I had a fellow from Canada who sent me a couple of emails with the links, and so I'm just going to bring that up real quick. So a lot of the links that he sent, I'm already aware of, probably 90%. Let's see here. Okay. He sent me a link for dog harnesses. Roughwear out of Canada. Roughwear. So if anybody's looking for dog harnesses, that's something to look at. Lure of the North, okay. I've known about Lure of the North for years. Lure of the North, LOTR. They used to make anorak kits and other stuff, right? And they're very into getting out there and pulling toboggans, you know, without dogs. Just going on expeditions and stuff. So, but the original couple sold it to another couple. So there's been a change of hands on that. I'm not. They've got some kind of a relationship there, but I'm not sure what it is because I didn't really stay up with it. He brings up Hudson's Bay point blankets. Okay, he says they're overpriced, but they're on sale right now, 25% off. Now, the thing about Hudson's Bay is that they never made their own blanket. They didn't. So, I have a blanket from the company that made all of Hudson's Bay blankets. So, Hudson's Bay's blankets were made by a company called L.V.I of Whitney. Whitney, right? So there's several branches to the Whitney family, okay? But it's the L.V.I of Whitney family that made all of the Hudson's Bay trapper blankets, point blankets, and other blankets. They made them for over 200 years in the Cotswolds, okay? So that's where they were made for over 200 years they made those blankets for Hudson's Bay Company. And then they went out of business a number of years ago. But I have two. I have two of them. It's kind of funny because I inherited these two blankets. They were from 1976, so they were made. They were made for the 200th anniversary of America. So the Revolutionary War and all that. So it's funny that the British made blanket. They made a 200th anniversary for 1976. But I've got two full-size trappers by Early's of Whitney. So yeah, super warm blankets. Super warm. So I don't even have mine out yet. It's still in the vacuum bag, okay, till I need it. But if you want to be warm in the winter time in your house, just get you a big one of those, like a full size or a queen size, and double it over and throw it on top of the rest of your blankets. Man, you'll be crawling out of there in 5 minutes. You get hot. Real hot. I also recommend to keep a good wool blanket to go inside of your sleeping bag in Arctic conditions. You can also use it on the outside. So if you're going to be sleeping outside and no shelter, you can have an Arctic or Antarctic sleeping bag, and then a full size or a queen size heavyweight wool blanket like that, so you can wrap it around your sleeping bag like a taco. All right, so that'll just wrap around there and be on the just enveloping your whole sleeping bag. And then if you did have a fire, right, you could have it to the back side, right? So zipper on the side where the fire is not. So, right? So that way you get in and out of the bag on the other side from the fire. And then you have the wool in between the fire and your sleeping bag, right? Yeah, you get me? Alright. Okay. Yeah, he talked about woolen sleeping bags from a company called Custom Woolen Mills. So it's a thought that I had myself, making a wool sleeping bag, but not the style, because I did check out some of these links, but not the style that they sell. You know, they've got like the big rectangular bag that they can make you or whatnot. He talks about a blanket company that I had also looked at myself in the past. McCausland's Woolen Mills. They're actually northeast of me here a ways. But yeah, so they're made up in Nova Scotia area. And they looked like a very high quality product from what I saw. Let's see here. Blankets, right? Let's see here. He's given me a lot of Canadian stuff because he's in Canada, right? So here's a company, CanadianWool.org. So they've got apparently stuff on that website, Shetland and Icelandic wool products, right, up in Ontario. Iceware, another company I've been familiar with for a long time. They got a lot of Icelandic wool sweaters, jumpers, right? They have them in their own styles. They have them in Nordic styles like Norway, and they have some in Fair Isle styles. And Fair Isle is northern Scotland. So let's see what else we got here. He sent me something 66 North. I've known about 66 North for a long time, but I don't remember what they have. So you'll have to go to 66north.com, right? And then he brought up something that, what else? In another email. Okay, he brought up another, in another email, he brought up for people with a limited budget, the U.S. military's M65 field jacket. Now, one thing that I have tried to do on this channel, the reason why I haven't discussed the M65 field jacket, is because I try to steer people towards wool, right? Get away from the synthetics, because wool is the real performer, okay? The militaries have gone away from wool because, you know, it's just cheaper and easier for them, I guess, to go with the polyester stuff, right? But you saw the other day, I showed you the wool trousers I have. They're 83 years old now, okay? 83. Yeah, 83 years old. Not a hole in them. We want to talk about, you know, the S word, right? S ability, right? So, anyway, he's recommending some French military wool pants. He saw it in Sportsman's Guide. Everybody in the U.S. knows about Sportsman's Guide. So I'm not sure that anybody really needs that link, but, you know, there it is. Okay. Swiss Link is a Milsurp company. I'm sure everybody knows about Swiss Link also. But Swiss Link, he's recommending some Finnish military style heavyweight wool blend cargo pants. Now here's one thing that is a peeve of mine. I better check my time because I forgot to set the timer. I got about 2 minutes left. I always run over if I don't have a timer because I could just talk, right? But a peeve of mine about mill surplus stores, online and in person, is when they carry military style. I don't want military style. I want real military surplus, right? So then I know it's the real deal. It's not Asian or whatnot. Yeah. Okay, he recommends something here, military wise, for a militia type situation. They got tactical assault panels at Sportsman's Guide for $18, right? So got the TAP Molly load carrier, used item number WX2 713684, and that is $18, right? So that's a modern load carrying thing. let's see here. Oh, it says it needs an H harness. Yeah, Cridex Mark IV tactical shoulder strap, 25 bucks. Anyway, I'll let you guys handle all that. Then you got cap upgrades, blah blah blah. Okay. So we all appreciate that, taking your time to send that in. Many of these items may still be needed. We have not put the Minuteman thing on the back burner. Okay. Just on hold, just in case. See you in another one.